This is an update on CNG conversion for those who might be interested. Um, I know I've done like 2 videos, if I'm not mistaken, on CNG on this channel. So there was an update. Remember, I posted a video earlier today um, concerning purchase of ES9A V6 Peugeot engine. So while I was there in the market, so I was discussing with past sellers, and they gave me some good feedback. So that's why I'm doing this video. So they said some people that have converted their cars, they were not specific which model of cars. They said people that have converted their ICE petrol engines to CNG. They said they are having issues with constant failure of ignition coil, spark plug. Say constantly, like they said, as in before, in fact, one of the passengers said the funny thing was somebody changed his own every few kilometers use the coil, only for them to remove one of the coil that refused to work, that failed on this vehicle that was converted to CNG, and put on another car with normal ICE petrol engine, and the the car started working. So that's one of the downside. I always say people always take it for granted. So one of the downside, from what I gather from them, is that people that done those conversions are coming constantly to them to be replacing their ignition coil and spark plugs. So they're coming to them, it burns off the spark plug much faster. That electrode, we know that we are the electrode of the spark plugs are. They burn it off quickly. Remember I said it's a dry fuel, it makes the engine warm much hotter. So in that combustion chamber, it won't be that fun for CNG. You see, CNG, like I tell you guys, there are engines that are designed from factory to work with CNG. Those engines will not have problem because they factored in the nature of that CNG to know, okay, what will last much longer with the CNG inside, going into that engine. But when you now do this, use it on a naturally aspirated normal ICE, there'll be a downside. But they said the people that did the conversion, that even though they are spending money every now and then, changing spark plug, changing the ignition coils, they said even at that they are complaining, but not necessarily complaining all the time. They say at least they are gaining by spending less in fueling their vehicle compared to when they didn't have those CNG on their vehicles. So that's it. So something you need to factor in. So number one, you need to find out your ignition coil. How much does it cost? Is it the one that is called the pack, the one that comes not separated, like EW10J4? Or you know that if one of them fails, you have to replace the entire pack. Is it independent ones like the one in ES9A, ES9J4S, THP engines, VTI engines, those independent ones? How much do they cost? New use? Are you willing to keep replacing them over and over as they keep failing because of the CNG? What are the spark plugs? Are you okay? How much does yours cost? Are you okay to keep replacing them every now and then as they keep burning up because of the CNG? There could be other symptoms or downside to it, but these are the two they mentioned. Like I said earlier, that the research I did, I think one of my videos, research I did showed that for guys in India, some of them after the conversion, their valve, cylinder head valve started burning off. Not like immediately, over time they realize their valves will stop working or becomes weak or start misfiring constantly, so they diagnose and narrow it down to the valves. So, hey, I have not had any first-hand experience on CNG, so I'm just telling you the feedback I'm getting so far. One from users in India, now from past sellers here in Nigeria that you know, people are patronizing. People that have done this conversion to CNG are patronizing. So this is feedback they are giving to me, and I'm giving it back to you guys to make your decisions. So the positives, the upside or positive side of it is you will spend less in fueling your car. The downside is you start losing some of these components on your engine rapidly. All right, so that's all I have for you on this.